everyone. This is Don, Kingdom 362. Down here in the bottom right hand corner is our subscribe button. And what we're going to talk about today for Guns of Glory is gear. Alright, I've had a lot of people ask for requests on what blends with what, where we get our stats from, and the old article on the website, rogersraiders.com, is dated. Okay, Sun King was like $12,000 when it came out. Now it is what we would call the Demon Hunter. They basically give you Sun King for free. It just, if you're running subscription, you can build Sun King. Now, it does require some planning. So if we're talking about new accounts, hold on, I need to see a meter. I didn't see my mic meter going up and down. Okay, so if we're talking about new accounts, it's important that we don't skip content. All right, developers in any game put a lot of their heart and soul into whatever content they build, and they don't like to throw it away. So while they come out with new gear, new sets, new upgrades, blah, 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 they do not throw away the old content. Never do. I don't care what multiplayer game it is. There's a humongous investment in that stuff. And as you notice, they don't ever go back and change stats on old gear. So we're going to look at several things here. Now, this is my main account, and I want you guys to notice that I have my Duelist ring and my Duelist boots still. All right, that's because if I'm in somebody else's Mega Rally, the top half of the stats are what transfers. Okay, let's swap over here. I got one. All right, Mega Rally victory. Blah, 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 blah. These three stats here, the we always refer to as the top three, or the troop stats, and then down to artillery health. Okay, that is what you get in a Mega. You do not get the bottom half stats. And that is where your damage received, your damage that you deal as part of the rally. So, as I was a part of this rally, I got 2100 infantry health, but it's going to roll my damage, not the C40's damage. Okay, so when my turn to go hit in there rolls up, it works off my numbers. So what that means is, that's one of the reasons I have an article on the website that tells you the order to banner and build your buildings in. This is the reason we tell you to do that. If you're banner poor, and everybody is, these over here are not the ones you do first. If you're not the guy leading the rallies, then you can do these last. So see, my C31, I'm still not all the way up. This is castle on castle stuff right here. So this will affect my stats a little bit. But this building here, that army damage received, that's going to be effective in the rallies. All right. So when we're talking about our gear, we're talking about castle on castle, or castle versus tower, or you leading a rally. Those are the three things where your gear matters. Okay. Back to our demonstration. So, a couple things we get out of this. Troop march speed. And then troop march speed as well on the rings and the boots. And what some guys will do when they're leading a Mega Rally is they'll throw their Duelist boots and ring on to start the rally, and then swap after it launches in like a KVK. And it'll take a 15-minute march down to 11 minutes. So you save 4 minutes on the rally showing up. Uh, Not a significant amount of time. I mean, it's a significant amount of time, 4 minutes is. But the, you know, 11 minutes for a rally to land is 11 minutes for a rally to land. Uh, usually if you got a guy big enough that can take a hit in the forest, park him next to the thing, and everybody's, you know, you gold speed your rally right in there, and then it just hits in a few minutes. That still takes 5 minutes, which gives them time to reinforce, but they do have to gold reinforce. So that means that if you got a big guy that can sit in the forest next to a tower to shorten the rally travel time, everybody that's going to reinforce a tower or move around or shuffle players around, well, at that point, they've all got to gold spend, or one guy's got to be pulling everybody in. You can, and then people tend to cancel rallies or mega rallies and things like that and waste all your gold spend. So it's a technique used to bleed the gold dry in a kingdom early on. So, but there's another reason for these two pieces, and that is battlefield treatment. Again, that's a bottom half stat. It does not transfer from your other ones. So things like Life Preserver, which is on your combat tree, where it gives you 30%. That, even though the mega rally leader can click his, you don't get it in the rally. That's a bottom half stat. You only get what you've got. So you have to click your Life Preserver as well. All right. So there's reasons to keep these things here. These two here, frankly, I got them dropped for free in the event that just took place. So I hadn't had Demon Hunter on this account in forever. But Demon Hunter nowadays only takes 4 rare parts to build one. And it's stupid cheap. And then getting it to DH5 is stupid cheap. So, and you see where I've got 6,000 of these scripts because they drop from every event. They just hand it away. Build your duelist, and then build your duelist first because you're going to want to get that up there. And it just takes steel to get up to the +5. And then start your Demon Hunter. Go ahead and Demon Hunter 5. All right. And the reason is you'll be able to complete that faster than you can the Ret set. Now, once you start getting stuff for the Ret set, so let's say you build, and this is one of the reasons that I think I got 3 or 4 pieces from that event, and I've dismantled them. But the point here was to show you, let's say I have my boots built, right? Well, then avoid the boots on the Ret set for a little bit. I want you to look at the benefits here. Minus 35% army damage. Minus 35 army damage. Okay. Notice that the bottom half stats that we're talking about, the troop defense is going to be our big... Wait a minute. The troop defense is actually higher on the Demon Hunter set. Okay. So, the nice thing about Demon Hunter and Ret is you can mix and match those sets. You can go +5 on this piece, and this piece, this piece, and this piece, and this piece, and then go +5 here. And when you put all 6 pieces on, you get your 200% top 3 stats bonus. All right. So Demon Hunter and Retribution can be blended to stack stats where you think you need them for whatever it is you're doing, and or if you're building pieces one at a time, to swap them out one at a time. Uh, like I said, the damages here, I think one of them has more infantry. No, cavalry damage received. Okay. Demon Hunter had more troop defense, and Retribution had infantry defense at 100%. So 5% for all your troops gain over the Demon Hunter on the troop defense versus 100% for just your infantry. So this will be one of these things where I would suggest you stick with the troop defense while you're building war talents up to where you can stack some of those over in that infantry tree of the war talent. That takes a consumable amount of time. And or get your guard cards maxed out. Stats don't come just from gear. So that top 3 line is very, very important until you can overwhelm it with a bottom stat. So 5% on all 4 of your troops is very, very good versus the 100% on just the infantry. It makes the Retribution set a lot better, the Retribution boots, a lot better if you're playing defense. Because more of your infantry will survive, and you hope. Usually the opponents these days have got it figured out. They know what they're going to do, and 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. You can either overwhelm the guy or you can't. All right. So pay attention to all these stats. Now, you got your ret set. And your ret set's +5. Okay. And you're saving for your Sun King, which starts asking for a lot, 72 crystals for each piece. Here's the problem going from ret to Sun King. You can't mix and match sets. In order to get your top 3 line troop stats, all 6 of these pieces must be on your account. All right. So you can't turn around and build your first Sun King and then swap it out with your ret set. You will lose huge amounts of stats. Do not let the fact that it's considered a better set fool you. Sun King 0 is only 15% better than ret 5. Okay? So don't mix and match these sets trying to gain something, because you're not gonna. There is 0, and I've tried it for a long time. There is 0 combinations that you can play with there that is going to give you an advantage in combat, except against a very particular person who built a very particular way, and honestly, not worth any of the time or the money that it would take to do that. So, I built the ret set here for free, just to do this video from you guys that were asking. I started 4 weeks ago, so it doesn't take long. Now, Sun King gets to be a very stupidly expensive thing to upgrade. All right. And so Sun King 3 seems to be about the cost-effective portion. All right. You see, I've already done the 4. And to go to 5, I've got to jump to 24,000 and another 6 million. Okay, but here's the kicker. Master and Sun King can blend. All right, they are both what's considered Royal Academy gear, and you can blend these pieces. And I clicked on that boot one on purpose. One of the guys in the kingdom pointed out to me that they were asking me, says, have you started your master set? I said, I'm just about to start that. And they said, well, do the boots first. And the reason is it does mix. So now on the Sun King sets, there is no troop stat bonus for going +3 like there is down here in ret and Demon Hunter. It is the complete set that gives the troop bonuses. So, and it's in the gear. So you see right here, I got troop defense plus 80 on those boots versus troop health on the Sun King. Troop defense is a big troop health. I'll tell you, it's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. The having an extra 80 points, putting your troop defense, which would put my troop defense somewhere just under 1,000. So but my troop health right now would drop. I think it's like 920, 930, so it would drop down to 870, 880. But I would do the boots first because it's such a humongous. Oh, wait a minute. There's troop health on there. I thought it was. Defense is 80. Oh, it adds troop defense. And I actually gained 4 points. So I'm just going to go up to just under 1,000 for my troops stats. There has to be something we're losing. What am I missing? Oh, we lose the artillery. Artillery health is 160. Artillery defense, and then so we lose the artillery defense and trade it for troop defense. Humongous gain. All right. So we don't lose all our artillery. Matter of fact, we get our artillery defense back just from the troop stat. Not that it matters, but no one really cares about artillery defense. So this will be your first. Once you have Sun King 0, start paying attention to the frags to get those boots. That's a big stat jump. All right. Start using the shooting gallery if you're doing certain stuff for free or low cost. Play the daily deals, and it is a humongous material cost. 5 million steel, not really a big deal. I'm pretty sure I got 21, 22 million steel just laying around. It's not something that I seem to have to buy. If once you get up to a certain point, if you focus on winning events, that stuff just comes. The goal here is to win. And not everybody can win, and it's not unfair when you lose. It means you got more work to do. I caution alliances about trying to get that one big guy to hide behind, because one big guy will never slow a good alliance down. If you've got one big guy may not be able to be killed. I mean, it's obsessively big, but at the same time, one big guy cannot defend an alliance. He can only be in so many places at a time without blowing every ounce of gold he's got. I don't care how much he thinks he spent or how much he thinks he's going to spend or acts like he's going to spend. And there's a lot of acting out there about how much they're spending. Don't let them do it for you, because the embarrassment of being out of gold and out of money will stop them from logging on. So don't let them waste any power they have. If you got one big guy who shot ahead, use the advantage of getting everybody else. He should be the one that's turning around making sure the rest of the alliance gets pulled up. Okay? So, when we start going to the master set, I can't justify the cost. It's not a great big jump in stats in most areas. It's 15-20%, and stats are cheap these days, and it looks like they're getting cheaper. So I wouldn't recommend going, spending stupid money trying to get this stuff set up unless it's just something you want to do. I mean, it's a personal choice. Let's see, troop defense, enhance, See, I'm still 2,000 short of just even. You know what? Usually the rings are cheaper, but they're not in Craftsman's Tools. But anyway, so the Craftsman's Tools winds up being the thing that slows you down. And Rhett sets Craftsman's Tools are a little bit expensive. That's why I tell you don't skip the Demon Hunter, simply because you can get the +5 fairly cheaply and from a couple of events worth of Craftsman's Tools. The and like I said, Duelist is nothing to get to 5. It really isn't. So if you're new, don't be skipping content. And you can mix and match Duelist with Demon Hunter as you're growing up too. I should have said that. So these 3 will blend to give you your +200. Will they? I don't know that Duelist gives you 200 now. I think it's one. Yeah, they will. They'll blend. They'll keep you your 200. You know what? I can prove it on film. Yeah, set resonance, lost 200, and so there's my Duelist, and that's blended in with my farming gear, and like I said, it increases troop march for the ring and the boots. So I got it over here on my farming gear, out there killing beasts and stuff. It just makes my day go a little quicker to have my, especially when I use instant gather. Instant gather uses troop march speed, not beast speed. So, if you got 3-4 minute marches, 5 minute marches, you can cut them down to a couple 3 minutes there just by swapping out that gear. All right, guys, I appreciate it. I don't know what playlist I'm going to add this to. I'm probably going to put it on, because we cover kind of start to beginning on this, just kind of showing you the goals. All right, like I said, don't be skipping content, and you'll find it's a lot cheaper. And quite frankly, it just seems to go faster. You get where you're going if you're not skipping around. Focus on what you're doing in that area, and focus on the next thing. If you get tunnel vision on, I want to be in Sun King at C25, you're not going to be in Sun King at C25. I promise you. You'll have blown so much money trying to make that happen that the rest of the stats in your kingdom will suffer. Okay? So the gear comes. The gear is a point of pride for people. It's something they can show. You can't show everybody your COAs, coat of arms. People ask what I mean when I say COAs. You can't go in there and say, oh, look, I got all my darks and, things like that. So you can't show people that stuff. Or you can't show people your airship abilities. I can. I can go over here and say, yeah, all right, look there. I got 120% of my infantry attacks on my attacks. So it's is what it is. Decide whether or not you're building a better, stronger account by not skipping the content, and that is in every area. In your COAs, in your airship, in your guards. That's your other area. Don't skip the content. Build your greens, build your blues, then build your purples. I'll show you my guards on here right now that I'm using. Look, I got blues on right now. And there's just no, this guy isn't worth a damn, for doing anything. His 300 training capacity, so she gives me 360. So I'm not skipping that content. All right. Right now we have the iron mine down for the Alliance. I get 45% iron gathering. Whereas the cart, which I have not finished yet, it'll get silver at 60. So I'll swap them cards back and forth. The Now, she is one of these cards that is you get early on, and you could take, and if you really focus some uh, guard XP at her, you can have that 25%, which is 2% better than his. But you need to finish him out anyway so that he doesn't drop. And that 2% is not a noticeable amount of time. It winds up being like 12 seconds on the mining node. It's not that much. So don't dink around with that. The Constance is one of those things. Constance and Renee is one of the two that I do last, simply because, and the same thing with Plachette. Plachette gives me the research, okay, and then Moose here gives me the construction. So I built Moose out to build my castle, and then I got Plachette up high enough to where he's giving me the construction. So as I get Plachettes, I'll put them on, but I'm in no hurry to spend money to get them. Money being hero coins is what I'm talking about. I'm in no hurry to do that. He'll be one of the last things I do because even on the iron, it's 50k iron. That's 1 hour of mining that he saves me per click. 1 hour on one node, not even 1 hour at all 5 marches. So break that down. I could get what he saves me in 7 minutes. So it's not cost effective. So pay attention to what gains you're getting out of these things. All matters. And then, like I said, on the gear portion of it, don't be skipping the content. Know why you're doing what you're doing. And my recommendation right now is once you get your Sun King Zero, go ahead and start putting your Craftsman's tools on, right? And as you're doing that, start working on those master boots, okay? Go ahead and swap those out as soon as you possibly can. If you've earned these ingots in events like we have here, then once you get that whole set, but you've got to have all 6 pieces of this built before you even replace one piece of this. So it takes time to do some of that. And the nice thing is, and we'll do this on film, I don't need any of this stuff anymore, right? So I'm going to get all this stuff back. And the beautiful thing about the fix during the patch 3.3 is now this is just one resource. All right. And then I'm going to go to my ret set here. I just spent all this time building just so I could shoot this one video. So I'm going to get 600,000 things. I'm going to get every mat that goes. So dismantle. Make sure I'm not dismantling something stupid like my Sun King set. So if you accidentally do dismantle it, I'll tell you where you lose a little, is the enhanced gear. You'll lose Craftsman's tools. So like here, if I click dismantle, 36,000. Well, it's cost me a lot more than that to get it to the Sun King 3. So so now I can go look at this piece set, and now that I dismantled all the stuff I shot for the video, I've almost got enough to build 2 pieces of master gear, and I don't even have to unpack any iron now, or steel rather. So I'll go over there in the shooting gallery this week, and I'll spend the rest of the week uh, getting these two pieces, and then I will build that set. All right, guys. You see how I'm building mine. If you got there's somebody else out there that thinks they got a better strategy, go ahead down in the comments and tell me what I'm doing wrong. I appreciate it, or tell me what I overlooked because it happens. I mean, I'm not really paying attention. I don't write things down here. I just kind of go off the top of my head. But RogersRaiders.com, guys. I appreciate it. We just broke 68,000 people that came to the website this month. So I appreciate all that. Calculators are going to be updated this week, as a matter of fact. And we will be... I'm not going to tell you what we're going to do next here. But there's something nice coming here. So down at the bottom of my right hand corner, click subscribe if you want to know what's coming. There is a push notification that we have on the website when there's little special things that take place to let you know about. I think last Saturday I pushed out the fact that the 99-cent keys came back to the store out of nowhere during the middle of the event without warning. And I pushed that out to let everybody know because that for $24, you really got what would normally cost you like $400 worth of loot. And I heard a lot of people like, I went over my budget, but yeah, I had to buy those. The loot was too good not to buy. So got to be careful with that, developers, that you keep thinking you can hold sales and discounts. That sale button, they need to be a little more extreme on the sales. Because if I hit get more, let's see, top up now. 99 cents for 4,000. Let me go to, since we are talking about gear. Oops. Show you what I was doing. Huh? I know I was about to end this thing up, and now I'm just going to go talk about the... There we go. So, to get half of what I need for that master set, if I bought it, would cost me $100. And there's coiners out there that, matter of fact, the one that the one that was pointing out to me the big benefit to doing the boots first, that says, for $100 I got 80 stats. Where am I going to get 80 troop defense for $100? Which is true. I mean, so if you're in a hurry, that's a good place to get it. If you need the gold anyway. But I'm not in a hurry. I can do it in 5 days in the shooting gallery. I think over in the shooting gallery, all I'm doing is upgrading COAs out of the shooting gallery here lately anyway. So I can take a week off and go get 80 troop defense for a week's worth of work. Cheap stats. So, all right, guys, I appreciate it. And let's put my little closer down there again. And again, subscribe. Appreciate it all, everything, guys. And you guys be safe out there. Thanks.